We talk a lot about vulnerability on these videos, and Reid and I were talking the other day, and we kind of discovered we had different experiences when we shared vulnerably, and we wanted to talk about that. This is Reid from inaudible.I.
Cathy from intimacydojo.com.
Yes. So I was sharing that when I share vulnerably, especially about something that's very raw for me, I often feel very alone when I share. Mm-hmm. And you had said that you tend to share vulnerably to feel connected. Mm-hmm. And so you had...
But when you share vulnerably, what's your intention for sharing vulnerably?
I try to be authentic. I try to... ultimately, I hope that there's connection there, but there's not always.
So. But you're not sharing to connect?
Generally not. I often share to connect. But in that sense, when I'm sharing really raw stuff, sometimes it's because I feel like I need to share that. It's mm-hmm. ethical to share that. Or that the person should know that about me. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily because I feel like it will. I fear that it will not improve our connection.
Are you sharing thinking that it will distance the two of you?
I am afraid that it will.
But is that like the fear? I mean, I'm afraid everyone's going to discover me and totally realize that I'm a fraud. Like that never goes away. I just have more evidence that people are either super stupid and haven't figured it out, or that I'm actually not a fraud and that people can like me for me. Mm-hmm. So the fear's never gone away. Mm-hmm. And my opinion is, if I do share and somebody pushes somebody away, either I surprise them and they're wrestling with the fact that, whoa, that was a lot that you just shared, yeah. And they usually come back, or that I'm not supposed to hang out with them because I don't plan on stopping sharing like that anytime soon. So if I drive them away, that's a good thing, mm-hmm. because the only other recourse to keep them around would be to stop being me. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious, like the results that you're getting from sharing raw and vulnerably. Do you feel that people leave you?
No, I just always am afraid of it, and I feel when I share, I'm often feeling very alone. And you'd shared that you didn't, and I was curious what other people experienced as well.
Yeah. So when you share vulnerably, like, do you feel like it just? I don't know. For me, it feels like I'm always curious, like if the alone that you're feeling is current aloneness, mm-hmm. or past aloneness that's coming up. I'm like, what are your thoughts on that?
It's a little bit. I'm not clear on some of it. Because I tend to, sometimes when you're in the moment and you're sharing, you're feeling very vulnerable, and it's hard to know if it's old or new. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure.
And the overarching goal in your life is to drive people away or bring them closer?
I'd like the right people to be drawn closer and the right people to be chased away.
Okay, and how's that going?
Generally pretty good.
So do you feel more alone or less alone in your world now?
I am less alone in my world, and I can still feel it's fully possible for people to feel alone even if other people feel connected.
It's possible to feel alone and be surrounded by friends who love you. Mm-hmm. Some people impose that upon themselves. What do you think? Deep thoughts on this YouTube channel. Perhaps you want to hit subscribe so you don't miss another one. Thanks for tuning in, Sex Geek. If you would like to continue with the brain sex, do me a favor and click subscribe right here. If you'd like to watch me on social media, that's where you're going to go. Next video, maybe? And if you really would like your own Sex Geek t-shirt, please click right here, right now. Boop. No, really, like...